another day, another week. But this is excitement time because now we are in the midst of training camp. NFL training camp. That sounds like a wonderful thing because it just lets me know we are that much closer to regular season NFL football. And I, for one, am so damn ready. I'm so ready to hear, pads being hit, helmets cracking, see the ball going through the air, tight spirals, long range fucking, bombs from the quarterback to the receiver. I just can't wait. I know there's others just like me who are out there who are thinking the same thing, right? Football is almost here. We don't have that much longer to go. August will be here before you know it. Preseason will be starting. And then you'll have September roll around and
yeah, man, I need the season to go and come on. About that time.
If you don't know, I'm Big Temp. That's Mr. Mike LaFleur. We are the Cavecast. And we, just like everybody else, once football season comes around, if you're a football fan, we like to get a glimpse of what's going on in camp. And camp started today, and it was a beautiful thing. And I will say, just seeing Rashee Rice back out there looking good. I don't know if you got a chance to see any of the clips today, Mike, but he looked fast. He looked decisive. His hands looked good. He looked well on his cuts. I was happy to see that. Now, we all know there's a suspension coming. We just don't know how long it's going to be. But I'm kind of glad that it's over and done with. We don't have to worry, about what's going to happen with his criminal part of the case, right? It's already done. That's already been a decision made on that. I'm glad it's over with. I'm also glad to see that there are other guys like Pacheco who are back in training camp. They, taking their time, getting him back up to speed. Sometimes I think they can be a little too cautious. We do know Jawan Taylor is out right now on the PUP list, but supposedly he might be back pretty soon. Christian Fulton, the new acquisition this offseason from the the Los Angeles Chargers, he's still out on the PUP list. It's just a lot of things, a lot of new things going on. Guys getting paid. Trey Smith got paid. Karlaftis got paid. Now we got to get McDuffie paid. So, I don't know about anybody else, but I know for one, I'm ready for the season to start. And I think the main reason I'm ready for the season to start is because I done heard everything from the Chiefs won't be good this season to, man, Mahomes is already past his prime. He's no longer in his prime. Travis Kelce is a former shell of himself. And I really would like the season to start just so we can start putting some of this shit to rest. Because I'm tired of hearing it. Everybody hates a winner. I'm sorry to say that. People may not believe that, but it's true.
I need Mahomes to have MVP season. It's time.
I think
time.
I don't know if anybody else has kind of noticed it, but
he's due for one.
I think he's got a little chip on his shoulder right now.
It's been 2 years. Yeah, he's due for one. It's time. Time to remind niggas.
I think he got a little chip on his shoulder. So, I mean, it looks to me like this season could be more promising. I think this team, the way it's put together right now on paper,
it's already better than last year.
I think this team is better than last year's version, especially if the wide receivers are healthy. If they stay healthy, this team will be better than last season. So, I'm just
don't let Josh Simmons be anything like he's been showing. I'm gonna tell
Oh,
y'all this
dude,
right now.
he
Listen,
looks he
listen,
looked he looked every bit of the part of a starting left tackle in
listen here.
training camp today.
And Morbin looking good on that right side too. Taylor, you might be riding the bench, bruh.
I don't. You know what? I want to
Listen,
say that.
listen,
I want to say that, but I just don't know if they're gonna let it happen.
listen, Dad. If he goes out there, 'cause to be honest with you, if you look at it on paper, like that looks like the starting lineup as far as the offensive line to be. You got Simmons, you got Kingsley,
Yeah,
then you'll have Creed,
Trey.
then you got Trey, and then you got fucking Moore. Those look like them. That seems like the best five to me.
I will
Okay.
say, if you were to put them out there, I have no doubt that they could perform and perform well if Jawan Taylor's not out there. I have no
And
doubt that
most
they
of
could.
this isn't even a knock on Taylor. It's more so the injury he's dealing with.
Oh yeah, the knee injury.
So like if you got that on top of like let's say Morris still he's really looking good doing that, then yeah, I could easily see him starting at
Yeah,
least
yeah,
until Taylor get right. So
yeah. I mean, I could too. I just really, really am just interested to see all these new pieces that we've added. This, if you come and look at everything that the Chiefs did during this past off season,
they got
there's
better literally every
there was
position.
a lot of things, a lot of moving parts. Things happen, and I'm gonna tell you right now, with the addition of Simmons, the addition of Moore, with the addition of Fulton, and the draft picks that were, besides that happened, this offseason was pretty telling. The Chiefs did a lot of work during this offseason. And I want to say this, Brett Veach continues to show why he is possibly number one or number two GM in the league.
Man, speaking of that, man, I seen this dude on Twitter. I don't know who he was, some random dude. He was talking about how Veach is not a good GM and all this crazy stuff, saying he hasn't drafted a good defense and all this crazy shit. And I'm just like, because people was comparing him to Roseman,
Okay.
uh, Howie Roseman, and I'm just like, y'all do realize Veach has been able to do what he's done with late draft picks, not high
Exactly.
draft picks.
Not high
They
draft
don't
picks.
get high draft picks. The Eagles have had the luxury of picking high in the draft a couple times the past, what, 7 years, 8 years?
Yeah, but
Shit, 10 years.
let's be honest. Veach is drafting per what we need. He went out and he did the things that needed to be done. He needed a guy like uh, Trent McDuffie, a nice lockdown kind of corner. He got him. They went out and got a George Karlaftis, another really good defensive end. They went out and got guys like Creed Humphreys and Trey Smith. Those are in the offense. I get it. They also went out and got guys. I mean, hell, didn't he draft fucking L'Jarius Sneed from Louisiana
All
Tech?
right.
I mean,
That's
what
what I'm.
hasn't he done? I mean, he's done pretty good for himself. Now, mind you, I won't say that all of his defensive picks have been good because I did have a knock on him for a little bit
No,
about.
but that's the thing. Nobody drafts perfect. There's
No,
going to be misses, bro. Like,
yeah, of course
that's
there
what I don't
is.
understand.
And I will say this: think about this. We have a linebacker that he drafted out of Missouri in the second round. That I mean, this guy's he's a pro. He's a great fucking middle linebacker. He doesn't have great speed. He may not be the greatest sideline to sideline, but the one thing he has is up here. He understands what needs to be done on that field, and as long as that works, That's all that matters. Nick Bolton is a
And he still be
great,
making plays. And
yeah,
I think he's severely underrated. Like I don't think
he is severely underrated. Nick
he's
Bolton is a
severely
great,
underrated.
he's a great middle linebacker, and not only that, he goes, he goes out and he does the same thing this year and picks up pieces that he needs. That Jeffrey Bossa pick in the fifth round, where they wound
Sleeper,
up getting,
sleeper.
huh?
I said that's a sleeper pick. People
It is a
sleeping
sleeper
on.
pick, but that's a pick that nobody's seen that coming. Here's a guy that is a converted safety. He was a safety at one time. Converted him from safety to a linebacker. He's got great speed as far as that goes, real good speed, very good speed. He's got great sideline to sideline coverage, good hands, hell of a tackler, and you got him in the fifth round to add to that defense and that linebacking core. Where did they miss at? Where did Veach miss at? He
And
got a
listen,
corner. He got a corner in Noel Williams. Now, mind you, these are things that are yet to be seen if they're going to work out. But and as with everything, I'm gonna trust Veach because he's shown that over the years, more times than not, he's gotten it done. He's
especially
got,
on the defensive side. Like I
yeah.
think the defensive side is his bread and butter. I think that's where he excels at for the most part. If I had to like pick a side, you know what I'm saying? Like defensively, I think he does a really good job.
I mean, their defense has been pretty good the last 2 years for sure. I
Yeah,
can't knock them.
when you consider what kind of picks they be getting and where they be
Yeah,
drafting, like people don't be thinking about stuff like that. Like we just found very solid starters for Super Bowl teams late in the drafts. So
yeah.
like you can't be mad at that.
I will say this: what Veach has done. Tell me of a better GM who's done it more consistently for more years than what Brett Veach has done.
Mm.
Because if you think about it, what he's done here within the last 6, 7 years in this dynasty mode that the Kansas City Chiefs just happen to be in, because let's not get it twisted. They are a dynasty. Yeah, they lost last year's Super Bowl, but they're still a dynasty. They were still in another Super Bowl again. Okay? What Brett Veach has been able to do by putting that team together, giving the coaches exactly what they need, pieces to work with, all he's done is solidified himself as one of the best GMs in this game right now. There is no doubt about it. And training camp is just a time for them to get a feel and see the pieces that they have actually brought in as far as new pieces and see what they can do. I mean, think about it. We got a tight end and Brenningstool that everybody's raving about, and then here comes Wiley that everybody was thinking he wasn't going to be able to even really do much this season. Comes out this today in training camp and has a fantastic fucking catch, and everybody's fucking just raving about this.
You
And they're
talking about
like,
Burning Stool?
Wiley did.
I thought that was which one are you talking about?
Wiley, the tight end,
No, I'm talking about the catch.
the catch, the one that Wiley had, you know, was fantastic, right?
Because I seen Burning Stool have one that was
He did have
nice.
one. He did have one as well. But what I'm saying is that what they're doing is they're breeding competition in these areas of need, right? Travis Kelce is older. We need somebody to step up in that area. And now you got this Brenningstool kid, and you got Wiley, who was injured last year. Now you got a chance to see who's gonna be tight end number 3, because we already know pretty much that Gray is gonna be tight end number 2. So now there's a battle for number 3. And Wiley is basically saying, shit, I'm not going out without a fight. I'm fighting for this. And that's what you want in training camp. You want to see the competition. Who's gonna be willing to put it on the line and find out, hey, who's willing to fight for this? I think that's incredible to do. I'm waiting to see that every other position on the field. Running back, wide receiver, who, everybody's saying it's going to be Rashee Rice at wide receiver one. And, I'm not saying it's not, but shit, if Worthy comes out and he has a fantastic camp and he is busting ass in camp and actually outplaying Rice, could it be a possibility that Worthy becomes number one?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say 99% chance this is zero.
I'm just saying, you never know.
But you got
You
the reason why I say that is because of how the Chiefs want to play, and you know they
true,
want to go.
true. I'm
You
not
know
saying
they
I'm
want to go. You know they want to go in the middle of the field.
yeah.
Getting them in the zones and all that kind of stuff, and then they want to kind of beat you down the field because this all that's going to do is open up Worthy. They want it to do it. They don't want it to do the opposite. They don't want it to be we throw it down the field as our first option and then open up Rice, for example.
Who was
They
the
want it to
number
be the
one?
opposite.
Who was the number one receiver when Tyreek Hill was there?
It was Kelce.
I'm saying receiver wise, not just the
But the reason,
receiver.
but to be fair, okay, no, you're right. But to be fair, what I'm saying is, look at what I'm saying is, yes, Kelsey's not a receiver, but look at
Yes,
how they used him though, as far as where they
yes,
used him in the field. I'm
yes.
saying they're going to use Rice that exact same way.
I think you're right. I think you're right in
That's what
that
I'm saying.
aspect.
Yeah,
But what I'm saying is when Travis Kelce was there and Tyreek was there, right? Tyreek Hill was number one wide receiver. There was no doubt about that. He was number one
oh well,
wide
yeah.
receiver. Okay. And the only reason, I'll put it like this: Tyreek Hill was lined up in the slot position more often than not. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay, that's where they'll probably wind up lining Rice up a lot of the times is inside, slot position, this and that. Worthy, when Rice got hurt, Worthy, they move him all over the field because that's for one thing we do know for sure. Reed wants to be able to use these players wherever he wants. He wants them to be versatile as hell, right? So, Worthy, when I say I think you're right that Rice is the guy that they're going to, because they want to be able to do these packages where he's in that slot position and they want to be able to go down the middle of the field, have these double post and, a play over the top and another one up underneath and just things like that. Worthy's best attribute is his speed and his ability to go deep, bust open the defense, right? Rice, his best ability is to be able to make sure that these guys are going to, he's going to make them play honest. So they have to fucking put somebody on him in the middle of the field. They have to watch him. Travis Kelce being there, running those plays over the middle of the field, finding open zones, they have to play him too. When I say that we never know what could happen, look at what happened last year because of the injury, right? Worthy did become the number one receiver.
Oh, that's a different
Automatic.
story though.
No, you're
Yeah, of
right.
course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
automatic. But we don't know. We don't know what kind of a player Worthy is this year. We just know what we seen last year. It's sort of like with Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill's first year, we only got glimpses really of what he could do. By that third year, everybody was like, "This dude is phenomenal. He can do everything. He is a
The thing,
guarantee." What?
and look, I agree. I think the only thing is that like with that Tyreek Hill Kelsey era, you didn't really like Tyreek didn't even have no competition outside of himself in the wide receiver spot. So he was already gonna be the bona fide dude as far as like the wide receiver spot, as far as
I
who
mean,
would be
yes. I mean,
like
yes
who
and
is the
no.
like think about it, Rice and Worthy.
Yeah.
they're very talented players. Like you could argue that they're both good, but in different ways. You couldn't make that argument with Tyreek and nobody else on that other team. Like when they
Well,
were, you know what I'm saying? Like
you could
who
at the beginning of Tyreek's career because he wasn't starting as a wide receiver.
about
He
when
was
we seen Tyreek become Tyreek.
well, yeah, but Tyreek didn't really become that until after his second year because his first year he had, a couple, receiving
Even then, who
touchdowns,
was our receivers though?
huh?
Who was our receivers?
Man, I got to go back and look now because a
We
lot of them
they
guys
weren't
they
that
were.
good.
I want to say Demarcus Robinson came in that year at the same time, uh, but even at that, I'm not saying that that's the question or that's the problem. What I'm saying is we don't know what Worthy's going to be yet. It's just like we didn't know what Tyreek was going to be yet. And be honest with you, we have a
Why?
guy
I
on the
agree.
field who could possibly be the equivalent. And you even said it. This could be Rashee Rice's replacement. And even though he hasn't played it down, he is the same build as
The reason I will say
Rashee
this though,
Rice.
I think the Chiefs have leverage though because
They do.
obviously Rice has been in some. He's first of all he got hurt
Yeah.
and then he got into the little issue, so they kind of got some leverage as far as that goes. I
And
think
that's what
he'll
I'm
be on the team
saying.
long term.
If you have a guy like Rice and then you draft a guy like, Jalen, I mean, we don't know what he's going to be yet, but I think that they're probably going to try to use him the same way that they use Rice.
I will say though, I was watching like that film. Man, Rice looks explosive,
He
man.
does. God, he looks explosive.
God damn,
he
bro.
looks good.
That's something that Jalen doesn't have. He doesn't have that. And like that's the thing with Rice. Like he has that explosive like after the catch.
Yes.
It's like because you know how they always say like when he gets the ball in his hands, he's like a running back.
Yeah,
Damn near.
he's compact. He's strong. He keeps the ball tight end, and I like that about him. All I'm trying to get at is we don't know what Worthy is really going to be yet. He's only had the one season, just like Rice did. We really don't even know what Rice is going to be yet. To be honest with you, think about it.
I mean, what's so unfortunate though? Last year, bro, I really feel like he was getting ready to have
He probably
uh
was.
like
He
dude, he was
probably
on a
was.
tear, bro. Like they couldn't stop him. Like those first three games,
Yeah,
and literally they couldn't do anything with him. Literally.
yeah. Like I
And
said,
Mahomes wasn't even playing great. That was the crazy thing. Like
I don't think we know what any one of these receivers are gonna be yet because we only got the one season out of them really, right?
yeah,
And
here's what I will say just real quick. I do think because think about how they used because you brought up Tyreek Hill. Think
yeah,
about how they used him and Kelce. It's
yeah,
what I think they're going to do is it's going to be very similar to how they used or they're going to use Rice and Worthy the exact same way. Only difference is that instead of the tight end doing it, it'll be
it'll
a
be
receiver
receiver.
doing it.
It'll be Rice
Because think
who's
about it,
yeah,
Rice and then it'll be a more explosive version than even Kelce was because obviously Kelce is not as explosive as great as he was. I think Bryce is a better athlete overall in terms
yeah,
of being able to run with the ball in his hands. So I think that's what they're going to do. Because think about it, when they did that with Kelce, that just gave Tyreek Hill all the opening he needed to do
yeah.
what he did. So I think they're going to do the same thing.
That's why I was saying we don't know what they're gonna be yet. We have no idea because we only got the one season out of Rice really. He only got a chance to play 3 games this past season. Got hurt in the fourth game.
Mm-hmm.
And Worthy himself, even he looked good at training camp, right? Starting training camp. Worthy is an unknown, you know, factor except for what he did this past season. But he was a rookie who almost put up 1,000 yards still, right? So, I mean, think about this. this unknown
He
variant
really
that's
should have had
here.
more.
Yeah,
He
this
really should have had
unknown
more.
variant that's there, where now you have Rice, you have Worthy, you have Brown, and do you know that neither one of these guys got to play together all season? All three
That's
of them
what I'm
didn't get to
saying.
play together all season. So what happens when they do get out there on the field and all three of them are ready? All three of them are available to go. And you still have Jalen Royals on the bench? I'm just
And I'm gonna be
saying,
honest.
the
You know who else
weapons
looked
that they
good?
have,
You
what?
know who else looked good?
Mm-mm.
Tyreek Thornton. Thornton looking
Yeah,
good, man.
Tyquan Thornton.
Hey,
Tyquan Thornton does
Tyquan
look.
Thornton. You see that catch he had?
Yeah, and he's another speedster. The thing is that he's
But
going to
he's
be
big
limited.
though.
He's going to be
He's
limited.
big
Just
though.
yeah, but he is going to be limited. He's tall. He's not a very
That's what I
big
meant.
guy,
Yeah, that's what I meant. He's tall. Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
he's going to be limited because at least the way I'm taking it from what they're saying, he's going to be limited as far as what he can do because of the route ability. Like he's a great straight guy,
But think about it. They could use him the same way they did with Watson.
Yes, exactly.
Literally, if you
Exactly.
ask me, he's a better version of Watson. He could do what Watson did, but better, in
I
my
think
opinion.
I think a lot of people are going to be fairly. I'm not even going to say fairly. I think a lot of people are going to be really surprised at how good this offense is this season once they get rolling. They get, you know, acclimated to each other. The chemistry starts showing up, and this wide receiving room is going to be a problem because the Legion of Zoom is back in Kansas City. The Legion of Zoom
Bro,
is back.
if Thornton makes the roster,
Oh,
bro, you're gonna have what, one, two, three. You're gonna have four dudes that ran a 4-3 or a 4-2
yeah,
on your squad, and three of those dudes are gonna be sub 4-3.
yeah.
That is insane,
I'm just saying,
insane.
if they and I get it. It remains to be seen. We understand that. What I'm saying to everybody is there's a reason, a really good reason to be excited about the offense again. You see, because we've had a down. The offense wasn't
Dad,
great this year.
Dad, think about having Worthy. You got Rice. You got Brown, and let's say Royals on the field,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got Kelce, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So those are your receivers on the field, right?
yeah.
And then you throw in Rashard Smith
Or
and
Elijah
Pacheco in
Mitchell,
the backfield, or
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 Elijah
both,
Mitchell.
or Mitchell in the backfield.
Yeah.
How do you guard? What are you guarding? You
Uh,
can't guard all that at
this
once, bro.
No, and that's the thing about it is because the speed that's on the field, no matter who you put in, if you put in Worthy, Rice, and Taekwon, that's a track meet. If you put in Rice, Brown, and Worthy, track meet at the receiver position. If you put in Taekwon, Royals, and Rice, now you got track meet plus fucking power because Jalen Royals and Rasheed Rice are powerful and fast, and Tyquan Thornton is just going to take the top off of you, right? They have
Mm-hmm.
everything that you can possibly think of. Now
And
you
Dad,
add
ooh, I just
you
thought
you
about something. Go ahead, go
you
ahead.
add those wide receivers up and what you can do with them, the formations, the the personnel, how you're putting them out there, and then you add in an Elijah Mitchell or a Brashard Smith, who can both catch the ball out of the backfield for sure, and now you have to guard all these places, including now you still have to account for that tight end room. This
Bro,
this
and
offense is
Dad,
going to be better.
Dad, I just thought about something. Think about this. Worthy and freaking Brashard are interchangeable.
Yeah.
You could have them both in the backfield and have them play receiver. Like you can make you get what I'm saying? Like you could literally have bring Worthy, like let's say you come out and you got Brashard in the backfield at first.
And then you
And then
pull
you
into the
switch it up
Yeah, you
and then
pull
you
him
have
out.
him go up, you have him go out wide, and then you bring back freaking Worthy in the backfield or some
Yeah.
shit, some crazy shit like that, just to throw him off. Like
Throw
you could really do that.
and then what you can do is you can run a reverse with it.
Exactly,
You
that's what
can
I'm saying. Like, bro, listen, Madden. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. Y'all gonna hate me on Madden right now. Hate
it, it,
me.
it,
Oh
it is
man.
very it's a very exciting time, like I said, because people we've been wondering what's going to happen, what this team was going to look like, and after the draft was all said and done, we all got a glimpse at looking at everything, thinking to ourselves, man, this offense could be back. This could be one of the better offenses in the league. I'm not saying it's for definite going to be. What I'm saying is there's a possibility. There's a possibility because, mind you, there are some good offenses in this league. Detroit has a good offense, right? The Rams, I mean not the Rams, the Ravens have a pretty good offense. Even the Cincinnati Bengals have a good offense. But I don't think anybody's understanding that they have a good offense and it's predicated on, play calling, scheme, this and that. What happens when these guys have the play calling, the scheme, and now they got the horses in Kansas City? So you have to think about that. This is not, it's not, and nothing is guaranteed in this league. But I will say, Andy Reid does a fantastic job getting his guys ready coming out of training camp. I
I need,
cannot
and
knock
I'm
it.
gonna say this again. I need Carson Steele on this roster. I don't know how it happens.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure
I
out how it's going to
need,
happen.
I need him on this because that. Here's the thing. This is the problem I have when it comes to the running back room. So you got Pacheco. Okay, cool. You got Kareem, who I think obviously I think because I've seen this dude saying that Kareem could possibly get cut. Now I don't know how. I don't know about that. Somebody would really have to just like go crazy. But here, anyway, this is my point. The running back room outside of Pacheco and I would say Kareem because Kareem has been he was healthy last year even though I know he was banged up.
Yeah,
Everybody else is either old outside of the one we just drafted
yeah.
or injury prone. And I would even throw Isaiah in there too because he's been injured a little
Every
bit over the
season.
past couple years too, every
Every
season.
season.
So and all of them are old. They're either older or injury prone. Like and when I say injury prone, I mean like barely have played injury prone over
Yeah.
the course of your career. You don't have anybody else on the roster other than Brashard. Well, you got Steele too. But I'm saying outside of Brashard, if you cut Steele, you don't have nobody else
Yeah.
under contract. Like technically, him and Steele or Brashard and Steele right now are the only ones under contract for next year.
Yeah. Technically. Technically, yes.
Technically, as of right now, because obviously they haven't done, no cuts or nothing like that. But that's what I'm saying. Like, and then they're both young. Like they're both 22 years old. I
You
don't.
know,
I just
I,
don't
I'm
understand.
almost I'm
Like,
almost
and look,
wondering.
I like Elijah Mitchell, but like, would you really cut a 22-year-old bruiser for a dude that couldn't stay healthy the 3 years he's been in the league?
Well, no, I wouldn't. I would not cut
That's what I don't understand. Like,
Pacheco before I cut Elijah Mitchell. I'm just saying, there's no way. Pacheco at least has played in 2 seasons where he's been okay, but at the end of the season, after the Super Bowl, yeah, he's had to have surgery. 2 injuries, actually 3 injuries in 3 years. I don't know. I just know that I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't put Elijah Mitchell over Pacheco.
no, no, no. I wasn't
That's
talking about. I'm talking about Steele because Steele is only 22
well,
years old.
if Steele's the case, the problem you're going to have with Steele, if they cannot open up a move where they can make him into a fullback and keep him on the roster, I don't know how he makes it as a running back because they usually don't carry no more than three. That's
No,
usually
they
what
had four
happens.
last year.
Well, I'm saying usual. Now, last year they did have four, but I mean, they'll probably wind up keeping four this
They're
year.
gonna keep. Yeah, they're definitely gonna
But are
keep
you
four,
going to?
especially with what happened last year.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So if you got Kareem, you got Pacheco, you got Mitchell, and you got Brashard Smith. There's your four right there. So
But that's why I brought up. That's why I brought up Mitchell, because are you really keeping an injury-prone player who hasn't been able to stay on the field over a
I,
22-year-old who
the only
you're
thing
not
is
even
about that is
you're not even you're not even playing or
if
paying at
he's
that
if
point?
he's but what happens if he is healthy and he is able to stay and he
But
doesn't
that's
get
the
injured?
problem, Dad. He hasn't proven that. That's the
You could
problem.
you can
Matter of
always
fact,
put
let me
you
see.
can't put you can always put Steele on a contract, you know. I mean, I don't know. It just kind of it worries me because if they put him on the practice squad, I don't know how you protect him if you can, right? Now he was an undrafted free agent, and maybe there's something to be
Played
said about
in
that.
2 years.
Yeah, I don't know.
He hasn't played a game. He hasn't played a game since 2023.
True, but I mean, like there's that thing though. Again, I have to trust Veach and the coaching staff. I have to trust them in what they're thinking and what they're doing. You know, I if you're gonna trust them when it comes to the good, and what you like, then you got to trust them even when it's stuff that you don't like because you got to think, okay, maybe they're seeing something that I'm not privy to, right? That's all. That's all I can say. So, uh,
He's. I thought he was 26. He's 27. So
well,
he's in
yeah,
that older range too.
yeah, and which is why they didn't give him a big contract, and he's a running back number two as well. So,
See, look, this is how I look at it. He got two negatives. First of all, he's old. He injury prone. Not a good look to me.
well, no,
It really ain't. Because
but you have
you already
you
know.
have you have to give. I mean, what happens if you're given, you know, what happens if you're giving Steele a lot reps in practice and he's just not working out?
Different story, but I don't even think that's going to be the case though. Because here's the thing. Because still last year we didn't hear these issues. He was phenomenal throughout training camp. From obviously from what we've seen, what was transpiring throughout the training camp and all that kind of stuff, leading into the
Yeah,
preseason, right?
yeah,
So, and then like I know people will point to those fumbles, right? Here's the thing: while he has to clean those up, I agree. Here's the thing: he's not a fumbler. In college, I don't think he fumbled one time in college his entire 4 year career. I just think, first couple games in the NFL, he kind of got a little, how shit go. He's got to
yeah,
clean it up. Other than that, he played fine to me. He got to work on the blocking a little bit, especially as a bigger dude.
yeah,
And they're gonna probably want to have you in pass blocking situations. So you got to clean that up, get that together. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I just I think those four: Pacheco, Kareem, Rashard, and Steele. To me, that's the four I would take.
I
You
get
got
it, and
two. You
I
got
cannot
two.
say you're wrong. I'm just gonna say
Yeah, you
that,
got two. You got two dudes. The veteran. You got Pacheco, who's been in the league for a little what 3 years now.
yeah,
This will be his fourth year. Actually, I take that back.
this is going into his fourth year.
This is his fourth year. And then you got the two youngins.
But like I
Okay.
said, if Elijah Mitchell is killing it during fucking training camp, there's no way the hell I think they're gonna let him go.
Did you hear anything about him today or yesterday? No,
I did. I
you
mean,
didn't. You
I
cared.
did. I don't. It wasn't something that stood out, but that didn't happen with anybody. The only person they really talked about was Pacheco because he's coming back from his injury. That's the only one they.
Not because Bashar had that crazy catch today too. That's talking about him too.
Well, yeah,
Wait, did you see that?
I didn't get to see it. I did not get to see it.
He had one. Well, he had one yesterday. It was a long one to the sideline, and then he had one. It was just a flat route, and
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's just like with Brashard. If Brashard is doing all this and he proves himself in training camp that he can hold up on third downs and blocking situations, do you say he gets a starting nod, especially if he can do all this, and then some? You would probably say yeah, even though he's a seventh round pick, or yeah, seventh round pick.
starting. I don't know.
If he's doing everything better
Again,
than fucking
I
Pacheco
don't
and
think
Kareem,
do it out the gate though.
that's what I'm saying.
That
If
would
he's
be.
doing it better and he
It will be
picks
a
up,
gradual thing. I don't think they're going to do that at the start of the season though. Even
maybe
if that
not.
was the case.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. But if you were to do that, this is the same kind of situation. Do you give him the nod over Pacheco, even though Pacheco's been there and won Super Bowls with you, and been really kind of just a hard nosed back for you, ground and pound kind of guy. But Smith's out there and he can do what McKinnon did. While do you remember that year McKinnon had in
Hmm.
their wow, he had like 9 catches for touchdowns that season. I mean, if this kid can come out and do that in his rookie season, he's catching everything, getting open. He's down in there on third down blocks, and he's making great blocks, and releasing and getting open and stuff like that. Or they can move him outside, take him from the backfield, move him to the to the flats or whatever. I mean, dude, do you give him the nod over Pacheco? I mean, there's a lot of things that we don't know
Man,
yet.
like when it comes to Steele, look, y'all. Look, the reason why I like Steele is because he reminds me of Kareem
I do
when Kareem
too.
was younger.
The
He
only
literally
difference,
plays just like Kareem. I think
the
Kareem was a better catcher out the backfield at that
yes,
point. I think he was a better catcher, like route running wise. I think he could
yes.
go down the field more and make plays. But
I just want us to be honest about our assessment, right? Because we do have favorites. Everybody knows that. And sometimes we do get a little biased. I know I do sometimes. I can't lie about that. So I'm just saying, when it comes down to it, no matter what, I'm going to give Brett Veach the benefit of the doubt, even though sometimes he does irk the shit out of me. But that
no,
doesn't
I'm
mean that
putting this
he's.
on Reed. I'm putting this on Reed. If Reed don't make the decision, me and Reed gonna have a goddamn conversation.
Well,
You know
we'll
what I'm
see.
saying?
So, with everything being said about camp and what it's looking like and how guys are coming to camp and even the offensive line. The offensive line looks good. I'm really really excited for this. I know everybody else is as well. So, I'm just saying it's it's that time. I'm ready for fucking football season to be here. I'm so ready for it. And I think that the one thing a lot of people just want to know is, what is Travis Kelce going to look like this year? Is he going to be any different than he was last year? Is he going to be worse? Is he going to look like, you know, the version we've seen last year, maybe a little bit better?
Man,
You
he looked
know,
good in he looks more obviously he looks smaller, but
yeah,
he looked more juiced up, you know.
I
Like he's
think
moving it
you're,
looked like he's moving around a little bit better.
yeah. And I think a lot of that what happened last year was the fact that he was on the road a lot with his girlfriend, and that kind of took some juice from him. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I don't really have a lot to talk about because, like I said, as far as the Chiefs go and the camp goes, because we're really just looking at it from the outside in. They don't give a lot, when it comes to this. They give little clips here and there. I am excited about what Rice looks like. I'm very excited to see all of these guys out here together. I think it's going to be an exciting time for the Chiefs offense this
Oh,
year.
and by the way,
Yeah,
I don't know if you noticed, but Carson still was getting snaps with the ones.
that's
Just
good.
just just just
That's
letting you
good
know,
though. That's
you
good
know,
though.
just putting that
You,
in there.
yeah,
You
That
know,
is good. You
so
you want him to, and I think that they should give him a shot with the ones. Give him a chance to see what he can really do. As I think you should do all of these guys though at
and this
running
and
back.
I'm gonna be and like I might be a little biased, y'all, because this how I'm looking at
You
the
ain't
running
you
back
more than
room.
you more than a little biased.
Well, I'm a Bashard. Like I love Bashard too, and this how
Yeah,
I'm looking at it. Right, this is what I really want the Chiefs to do. I really want them to start focusing on building a 1-2 punch tandem with the running back room, especially next year, because a lot of these dudes won't be here next year. We don't know about Pacheco
yeah, we don't.
if he's going to be back next year. Kareem probably won't be back either.
Yeah,
You know, so if you keep like if Bashard does well this year, you keep still he does well. Now you got two young dudes who can be your 1-2 punch, and maybe you draft another one in the draft.
yeah,
Because then you got, and then they both play different. So now you got your speed guy who can catch out the backfield and make explosive plays, and then you got your bruiser.
yeah.
You got your dude that can grind yards. You know that's how I'm looking at it, and
You
they're both
remember
young.
you remember when the Giants had Tiki Barber and Brandon Jacobs? They called him
Yeah,
Thunder
yeah,
and Lightning. I think
exactly.
that was. I really like that pairing. Right, that was a good pairing. Uh, I don't know if the Chiefs will ever have that, but if you can bring somebody in that can get you those tough yards on third and short, so be it. Which, if you got Steele, I think that that's a good chance for him to earn his money, right? Uh, and a guy like Brashard Smith that's still there that can do everything, you know, hey, it
To me,
remains to
that's
be
a
seen.
perfect. To me, that's a perfect pairing in terms of style of play. They kind of feed off each other. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
you got like I said, you got the third down guy, short yardage situations, can
yeah,
kind of grind it out, and then you got your explosive dude with the speed, catching ability, out the backfield, wide receiver, whatever. They
yeah,
kind of just go hand in hand, especially with how the league is going now
yeah.
with
A
this
lot of teams
running
are
back
going
by
to that.
committee. Yeah, they're going by that running back by committee type of
Yeah.
ordeal. So that's how I'm looking at it.
Well, like I said, I don't really want to spend a lot of time on that because I really don't know what's going to happen. Nobody does. But I am excited to see training camp, or at least clips of the training camp and who's doing what. And, these little highlights kind of, they kind of hold me over. The little highlights, they hold me over, right? So I can't complain. I'm just thankful for the season getting ready to start back up here shortly. So I'll just keep my mouth shut and just take in these little clips and enjoy them for what I can. Simple as that. What I did want to say was, with everything going on, with training camp and things like that, there are some other things that are on my mind, and I think that I would be, you know, doing a disservice. And we have talked about some of these things at nauseum sometimes. But with everything happening with the Bleacher Report, top 100 and the top 10 that Kobe Bryant was left out of, and then how some of these players are coming out that played with, Kobe Bryant at that time, and then, pretty much saying these things that really don't make any sense. It was very refreshing to hear Kyrie Irving come out and say what he said about Kobe Bryant and the guys who are talking about him. And when I heard Kyrie say this, he basically said what everybody else was saying, but it carries more weight because it is Kyrie Irving. He is a champion, right? One of the greatest players in the league, right? Uh, Definitely one of the greatest ball handlers I've ever seen. But he did say it best. He said, "You guys got to stop doing this stuff when it comes to bashing Kobe. You're you're bashing him to bring him down to make yourself look like you were better than what you were." In so many words, and he's right. Like he said, we all know you wasn't that guy that you're trying to proclaim yourself to be. And what I want to know is, why are we doing this now? Why is the world turned into this ugly, disinformation age, lies, you know, it just seems like everything is about trying to get over on somebody. And I think that Kobe is, getting put in this situation because he's one of the greats and he just has the unfortunate circumstance of being not of this world anymore. And people, there's a lot of guys that played at that time when Kobe did that are trying to make their names better than what they were. I mean, let's
That,
be
all right,
what?
listen. My whole take on this is that we know people didn't like Kobe, even when Kobe was around,
Yeah,
especially during the whole Shaq and Kobe drama that was going on. Then you had the Colorado shit that kind of led after that, you know. And then what doesn't help is that Kobe wasn't a very likable person during that time because Kobe talked shit. You know what I'm saying?
okay,
Like he was an asshole. He was an asshole. A lot of players didn't fuck with him like that. And here's the thing: Kyrie said this. He literally said, "Y'all know who Kobe fucked with and who he didn't fuck with." He said
exactly.
that.
Yeah,
You know, and a lot of these dudes, because this is how I look at it. Because I seen Dwayne Wade try to come back and kind of retract what he was saying about the whole Paul Gasol, and then all of a sudden he talking about you asked the players that played against Kobe, he's top three. Nah, you know what you're trying to do a little
yeah.
bit.
We
It's
know
all right.
exactly what you said,
We know what
Dwayne.
you.
We
Yeah,
know what you said.
yeah.
There was an argument between guys and players thinking that Paul Gasol should have got MVP.
But did
What?
you hear what he said? Did you hear what he said recently though? Like I think it was today or yesterday.
I didn't see
He
it. I didn't
said
see.
he was saying that like if you were a player during that time and you were playing against Kobe, most of the fellow players that actually played against him, they got
Yeah,
him top three. That's what Wade was saying. What I'm saying is, it's like you kind of trying to retract with. You're trying to get on Kobe fans' good side, is what you're trying to do, just a little bit
so he's doing a
by
Tracy
saying that.
McGrady. So he's doing a Tracy
Kinda,
McGrady.
kinda. At
He's
least it
doing a
seems
Tracy
that way. I could
McGrady
be
because
wrong.
Tracy McGrady spoke out of turn when he said what he said when they asked him that shit about, you don't think I could have won with Shaq? I don't think you guys would have won with Shaq just for the simple fact that Tracy, who was going to hold Shaq accountable? You didn't have the mindset to hold Shaq accountable. You didn't have that in you. It's either
I'll say
in
this.
you.
Say
Go
this. The
ahead.
first championship. Say this. The first championship. If McGrady was on that team, do I think they win a ring? More than likely.
But
But
that's
that's
still not the
only.
same.
But
That's
that.
still not.
No, you're right. The only reason why I say that is because of how unbelievable Shaq was during that. Like
Yeah.
Shaq was doing some otherworldly shit during that
Yeah.
finals.
I'm gonna tell you that
You
this
get
is
what you
how I
know?
look at it. If they win, if Trace McGrady goes to that team and instead of it's Trace McGrady and Shaq in that first championship, and they win, Shaq's outrageously just dominating. Right. The next season there is no repeat
Oh
because
yeah, and that's where I agree. Yeah,
and
yeah,
that
I agree.
and that's why I'm saying this. You can't say you were just like Kobe because you would not have done what Kobe did. That second run, that
Oh,
Kobe,
Kobe, you could argue Kobe was the best player in the league on that second championship.
that second
You could argue he
championship.
was, yeah, he was unbelievable, dog.
Now here, like I said, I don't want to get to the point where I'm talking about just Kobe, but what I'm saying is in general, the world is in a place where they have done this spinning of information to try to change narratives. We see it happening with Clutch Sports and the guys that they're paying to say certain shit. Allegedly, as I'm gonna say, I'm just telling you. But we
I'm dead.
we we do know that they are getting paid by Clutch Sports. I mean, it's no knock. I mean, I don't know, but to me, the way I look at it is, if we're gonna do all this, you know, our history of the game and our history of anything will always never have the true information in there. No one will be, we can't trust anybody, is what I'm saying. You can't trust anybody.
It's
Because
because of how
all,
easy it is to spread misinformation.
yeah, and the
The
thing
internet.
about that is like, let's put it like this. We've said this before, we're a small channel. We don't do shit just to get clicks. We don't do shit just to get views. We do this because we like doing it. We like having the time, we're father and son duo, so we like having this time where we can get on here and talk because we talk sports anyway, so we might as well do it and put it on video, let everybody else see it. So be it, right? But we don't do this to get clicks. We put out what we put out because we believe that it's what we would listen to. It's stuff that we would want to talk about. And essentially, it is the same shit that these other guys who are getting thousands of views are actually putting out. Simple as that. It's the same thing. It's just from a different perspective. The problem is what people want now is they want to be able to, they want people that agree with them. They want like-minded people. They want people that agree with everything that they think. Instead of having pushback from the other end and saying, how about we think about this and let's stop being sheep. They don't want that. You go on some of these guys' channels and most of them, if somebody says the wrong thing about LeBron James, that they don't agree that he's this or he's that, boy, you think you fucking went to somebody's funeral and pissed on the grave of the guy that's there during the time that things was going on. You would think all these motherfuckers that come out and start this shit and talking shit and tell you about yourself and how you stupid, you whack, you hate LeBron, you ain't got nothing better than to do than to talk shit about a greatness and a great player and this and no, that's not what's happening. People have difference of opinions. And I don't understand why that's so hard to understand. And I feel for the younger crews, the younger generations. Because what's happening now is you guys will not be allowed to use your own brain. They will tell you that you are wrong. In so many instances, they will tell you that you are a hater. They will tell you that you don't know what you're talking about. And they will try to force you to believe that you should not continue to do whatever it is that you're doing, especially if you do a YouTube channel or some kind of social media channel or anything of that nature. And I'm here to tell you, fuck that. Fuck that. You stay true to yourself. Because the one thing I learned is, yeah, you can go out here and do all this shit and put all this bull crap on, the internet and do it for clicks and clickbait or, do some drastic shit where you say something that's, just to get people to come to your channel. Is that real?
But you know what the
Everything
but
everything you
no, go
seeing
ahead. Go
over
ahead.
here is real. This is me. I don't change none of this shit. This is unfiltered. This is who I am all the time. This is who Mike is. We tell it exactly how it is, how we see things. And if you're seeing us out in public, guess what we do? We tell you the same shit. Trust me, the guys that,
Yeah.
that work with me, when they come and they talk to me about sports, they will tell you, nope, that's exactly what he does. He's going to tell you
Oh,
exactly how he feels.
niggas know me as the LeBron. They call me the LeBron hater. You're like, man, like, Mike always hating on you. Always talking about LeBron. Well, look, if that's what you want to call it, I
Yeah,
mean, hey, you want to
I
just call
love
the
it.
truth hating? Hey,
Yeah,
whatever.
I love
You
the
know what I'm
fact that,
saying?
but I love the fact that Kyrie came out and said that stuff about Kobe because, you know, I haven't seen but one superstar, and I even seen Shaq even kind of backtrack a little bit on what he said about. I
Man,
won't say it's backtrack, but I
I would
understand
say
where he's coming
backtrack,
from.
but he's remember what I was telling you. He's playing both sides. Like,
I understand where he's coming from though, because he is honest about that as far as he's being truthful. Without him, they don't win those championships, and vice versa though. Let's be
right,
honest.
for
It's
sure, for
vice
sure.
versa. And I think what Shaq has to understand, and I think he is saying that to an extent, is that, I was the most dominant player in the league. Without me, we don't win. But he's also saying, if I don't have a Kobe Bryant on that team, we still don't win. We still have problems because we ran up against some really good teams. and I needed Kobe. I needed Kobe, right?
Even when Kobe wasn't like super dominant in that first one.
Yeah.
Because, and that's another thing. Like people talk about how Kobe didn't, he didn't contribute. That's most of that was because of injury. Like
Yes.
there's context in these things. Kobe was injured. He
Yeah.
missed a couple games that final series.
He did.
So I would keep that in mind, y'all. But like I said, Kobe was even if he wasn't scoring a lot in the games he did play, Kobe was a playmaker. He played defense. He did a lot of other things
Yeah.
for that team that didn't show up in the stat sheet necessarily. So
And I just know that when I look at the world now and I see this, and it just makes me feel, you know, kind of, it makes me feel like there's, is there any hope for what's getting ready to happen? Because it happens in everything. We have it happening in politics, which has been happening forever, but it just seems like it's gotten
gaming,
worse.
don't get me started on
Yeah,
gaming,
you
y'all.
you mentioned
Look,
that today when it came to the
I'm a
gaming.
hardcore gamer. We
Yeah,
going through the same shit.
the gaming situation with the communities, uh, when it comes to finance, right? And the stock market, who you can't trust anybody, right? You
Because you
can't
don't have to
trust
be credible
anybody.
no more.
No, you don't
All you
have
got
to
to
be
do
credible.
that's the difference. I think YouTube and like content creating, I think kind of has a part in this too because it's like
It does.
now
Even with
now
us, we're nobodies. Think about that.
right, but that's the problem. But that's the problem though because think about it. When you made statements like, "Oh, I got Kobe at 11," for example, right?
Yeah,
And you write an article and it gets on ESPN. That's your story, and you get held accountable for it. You
yeah.
don't get held accountable for shit you say nowadays.
No,
Like you could say the craziest things on Twitter or on YouTube or Twitch or whatever platform you use, and it's just you could just say whatever without being held accountable. Like you don't have to worry about. It's just different now. I
I
feel like
like it.
content creating
I
YouTube
like
is,
it that Kyrie
you know,
did say that. He said, y'all, we all know who Kobe fucked with and who he didn't fuck with. And I hope I'm at the point now because everybody talks about how you know well, I won't say everybody, but Gilbert Arenas proclaims to be the greatest fan of Kobe Bryant or the biggest fan of
no,
Kobe
fuck that
Bryant.
nigga. Okay, let me stop. Let me stop. I'm sorry, y'all. Excuse me. That nigga ain't no goddamn Kobe fan. That nigga's a hater. He's one of
I
those
mean,
low key haters.
if I if I was swearing up and down, if a motherfucker told me that, I'll put it like this: anybody that knows me knows I am a fucking Celtic fan to my core. But anybody that also knows me knows that Michael Jordan is my favorite fucking player in the world.
That's a
Mike,
Celtic fan, y'all.
Mike, you know me better than almost anyone, and you come in my room, you come in the cave, and what do you see up on these walls?
I'll put it this way, y'all. This nigga got more Jordan shit on his wall than Celtic gear. Matter of fact, I think about it. I think he has a lot of like. I don't think he has anything on his wall Celtic related. And I
I
know I'm not
don't.
tripping.
I don't. I got
So I'm not
Celtic
tripping then.
gear. I got a lot of
Yeah.
Celtic gear, right? I got a lot of Celtic gear because I'm a big Celtics guy. I've always been that. I got the jackets, I got the jerseys, I got t-shirts, I got hats. I mean, all that shit. I've got all the Celtics greats cards. I got, Bird, I got Russell, I've got Havlicek, I've got Tommy Heinsohn. I've got everybody's cards, right? I even got Reggie Lewis's card. May he rest in peace. And I want to say it's a couple other guys that I got, right? But it's not to me, I celebrate my teams, right, in different ways. My Chiefs gear, I celebrate different. My Chiefs teams, I celebrate different because to me, the Chief, it's football is like the ultimate team sport, and I'm a high team sport guy, right?
And
My
it's our local
Celtics,
team too.
yeah,
So
and it's our local team. My Celtics, however, are my team but it's my team because of what I grew up with. And the way I grew up was my grandfather, who was a big Bill Russell fan, right? So I grew up with that, and so I never changed, right? And growing up as a high school kid, when I seen Michael Jordan in '84, from '84 into the '90s and this and that. Now, mind you, this is my, everybody had their guy, right? But when I seen him, I mean, I'm telling you right now, this is my guy. This is who I love to watch. The most amazing player I've ever seen in my life, and I've watched a lot of basketball players. But that's why I'm saying, no matter what, if you think about it, we all have biases, but we also have to be real about shit, right? No matter what, everybody's going to give you their opinion about shit. That doesn't mean they're wrong. It just means that their opinion is different, and so we just kind of we we we
I
tend to
don't know, Dad.
gravitate towards shit that is not that's like ours, right? That we can kind of agree with, right? Or we think the same way about. And I just think that the world, especially now with this generation that's coming up, they're just gonna have a hard time. Like I said, I'm
I mean, I get what you're
I
saying, but a lot of these niggas' opinions do be wrong as hell, though.
they do,
I'm
but
gonna
at
be
the same
I'm gonna be the
time,
first to tell y'all, you're
yeah.
wrong. God damn it, you're not right. You're wrong. You're dead ass wrong. All
I think
right,
I
and
want to say
yeah, that's all.
I've got at least one, two, three, and I have another one I haven't even put. I've got two more, three or more fucking pictures of Michael Jordan I haven't even put up on the wall yet, just because I ain't got enough room in here. So, uh, but just know that when we look at the way the world is working now, I just think that it's getting worse. And if you're doing YouTube and you're doing, you know, TikTok or whatever it is, let's think about this. Let's just be honest about what it is that's going on. I'm tired of seeing people have an agenda and pushing that agenda on other people. And I'm tired of seeing these big time athletes who maybe didn't get as much shine as they wanted, or maybe didn't make it to the top of the mountain like they wanted, who now want to twist things and change things and tell people, I could have got this if I'd had what he had. Or, you know, you mean to tell me so and so didn't lose 3-1 to somebody before? Or,
Bro,
you
that
know,
was crazy. Yeah, that was crazy. I was
you
like,
know,
nigga, you
it's
mean it?
the,
You talking about Kobe, the one that already had three
yeah,
championships?
it's the deflection and just twisting everything for me. It's the Dwayne Wades of the world for me, who want to tell you that Gasol should have really won that Finals MVP. It's that time, and then later changing it up to talking about, well, players that played, had Kobe in top three of all time. Well, which one is it, man? I mean, I just don't understand some of this shit. I'm not changing my shit for nobody, no matter what. We've said this before. I got people that are on my head because I don't want to put LeBron in my top five. I'm sorry. What you want me to do? You want me to fucking sit here and do this because it's your opinion about where he should be at? I got my own criteria of where he should be at. And guess what? It makes sense to me. I'm gonna be always be honest about my shit. I don't give a fuck who's looking at this. I don't give a fuck who likes it.
But that's the thing, though, because when like everybody has their own list, right? Which is
Yeah.
fair. But the problem is they'll have their list and have the criteria, but the criteria and the list is not
Don't
consistent.
they are inconsistent as
And
fuck.
that's where the problem lies. They'll be like, well, my opinion, and this is how I'm. But I'm like, well, okay, you can have your opinion. That's fine, but your criteria and your list is not consistent. That'd be the
Yeah.
problem with most of y'all is y'all make exceptions and try to wiggle away and make a criteria to fit for your player that you want to have on there. But then you disregard the rest of the players on that list because you're only thinking about how you can make
Your
your guy look better.
exactly. And the way I look
You're
at
not.
that,
It's like they say that catch a lot. It's easier. It's harder to lie, right? Like the more you lie, the harder it becomes to lie even more because you
yeah,
can't keep up with all the other lies you done did. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Kind of the same concept. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
That's
Oh,
with me. That's why I tell people when they ask me about my criteria for my top, about my greatest players or the players I think are the best players to ever play. I said, listen, you really want to know that? Just know that number one criteria on my list, championships weigh very heavily. I have not made no fucking, qualms about that. No ifs, ands, or buts. And you know this, Mike. I've told you. Championships weigh very heavy in who I put on this list. Who you lose to in those championships weigh very heavily. How many times you lose to a particular player in the finals, as far as series go, weigh very heavily. I'm sorry. You don't have to like it. When I grew up in the time I grew up, when we played, whoever won when they were running teams, that person didn't have to pick a new team. He didn't have to come off the court. There was a thing called King of the Hill, right? And if you won, you stayed. I mean, it's still going on today. If you won, you stayed. Until somebody knocked you off, you was the top dog on that court. Am I saying something that's not true?
no, not at all.
So what's the difference when I'm playing and I made it to the professional level and I'm knocking motherfuckers off left and right, and I do it for a vastly more superior amount of time, and I'm not only winning, but I'm winning in fashions that, hey, there's no way in hell you can knock me. And at the same time that I'm winning, I'm putting up 35 points a game, 32 points a game, 30 points a game. I'm winning MVPs. So I'm just saying, the criteria is the criteria, but everybody's criteria is not going to be the same. And what you weigh more heavy in your criteria, you should stick to. If championships weigh heavy in your criteria, stick to that. If points per game weigh heavy in your criteria, stick to that. If seasons and, dominant seasons weigh heavy in your criteria, okay, stick to that. But don't come changing the shit up because you've been, you done got a little flack from your homies. they done gave you shit, like, man, I can't believe your punk ass said some shit that Gasol should have been fucking actual, the MVP of the finals. Nobody, we didn't say that shit. Why are you telling people that
Yeah, that
shit?
was crazy. Yeah,
So now you want to
that
change
was
it up and talk
insane.
about, well, players that played, we really had him in number, top three of all time. No, keep that same energy. Keep that same energy. Hey, you can go back and look at all my shit, all the old shit. You see where I talked about LeBron? I ain't changed up shit. I ain't changed up a motherfucking thing.
Hey, to be fair, y'all, believe it or not, this man actually used to be a LeBron fan
I
at one
did.
point.
I did.
At
But I
one
mean,
point, I converted him, y'all. You can thank
you
me.
didn't convert me. You didn't
I
convert me.
converted him, got him on a
LeBron
death
fucked
row
it up
record.
for him. No, LeBron fucked it up for himself.
Look, Suge Knight at the Source Awards and was like, look, if you tired of LeBron doing all that damn flopping, all that damn all that damn whining and complaining and
Oh,
team
shit.
hopping, come to Death Row Records. That's exactly what
If your
happened.
player is always in the video talking to the
Always in the
refs,
video. Yeah, talking
if
to
he
the refs.
always flopping, if he ain't never even been touched in the video after they do a review, if he's still trying to make movies off of old players that made a great movie, and now he want to try to piggyback off of that one, and you tired of his shit.
You tired? You tired of this player stealing this other player's jersey number? You know what I'm saying?
It's sort of like when
Come
LeBron
to death
said.
row. Oh,
It's sort of like when LeBron was getting ready. He hadn't even quite left Cleveland yet. He was a free agent, and they were talking to him about how he was going to be leaving. Hey, he was going to be changing his jersey the next season. And he had been wearing 23 while he was in Cleveland. He had said, he gave everybody a clue then. He said, yeah, I just made a decision that I'm not going to wear 23 next year in honor of Michael Jordan because I feel like it's disrespectful, this and that. So what number will you be changing it to, LeBron? I want to change his number 6. Well, it was because he knew good and damn well he was going to Miami, and guess what they didn't have? They didn't have 23 because it had been retired there already.
yeah, because Pat Riley retired it. He said
Exactly.
nobody should be able to wear the number.
So he knew before the season was over what the fuck he was going to do.
I'm fucking dead.
But yet and still, everybody wants to play this role. And like I said, disinformation, lies, deceit. And then not only that, we got all these people that believe in any goddamn thing. Any motherfucking thing.
Man.
And they'll tell you about how you crazy. You don't know what the fuck you talking about.
But
I mean,
that's a bad thing about this is the way we like the society we live in now. Like, bro, people will believe anything they see on the internet. I just be like, y'all are insane. Y'all don't do no fact checking. Y'all don't
yeah.
even try to even look to see if some shit is actually true or if somebody actually said this or that. Like, y'all
I
just be
mean,
running with shit.
I mean, hell,
That's
look,
that's the dangerous thing about the internet now. It's like if some get out about you and
yeah.
it ain't true, but people are running with it, man, you're fucked.
I'm like I said, I'm at a loss, and so I just wanted to say my piece on that because I am tired of it. I'm tired of the way that we treat certain players when it comes to shit, but then the ones that should be getting treated a certain way, we give them a pass. And to me, that's just wrong. Like I said, Kobe, look, all respect to Kobe Bryant. May he continue to rest in peace. I know he possibly can't be because he's dealing with this bullshit. And Kobe is rolling over in his grave right now because of these motherfuckers. Motherfuckers he thought was his friends too. Some of
Oh,
these
that nigga
motherfuckers
shooting fadeaway jumpers on these niggas right now. And it's great.
he
He like,
waiting.
oh, you talking shit, nigga? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
fadeaway jumper in
He
yo, yeah,
getting
he going
ready.
crazy
He's
right now.
getting ready right now up there. He's practicing and waiting for these motherfuckers to get there. He said, yeah, you thought it was sweet. You thought you was going to come up
Yeah,
here. You're going to be able to play basketball whenever you wanted. And I was going to be somewhere else, maybe on the other side of town. No, I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you. Remember all that shit you talked when I was gone? About how I should have, I wasn't in the top 10. I was ranked right. They put me in the 11th spot behind your ass.
man.
Remember when you guys were up there talking about how Gasol should have won the MVP that year? I heard all of that shit. Tracy, where's McGrady at? Remember when you told everybody you could have did what I did? Well, guess what?
Brother, dude.
We here now. We ain't got nothing but space and opportunity. Let's see who wins. I've been practicing. I've been up here for a while waiting on y'all.
Mm.
Now Kobe got on the white mambas and the black mambas. He got wings on each foot.
Brother, dude.
Being up there waiting to bust somebody's ass. So I'm just saying, no matter what, I think it's bullshit. I think we need to stop doing this shit. And if you're on here doing this shit for likes or whatever, fine. Do whatever you need to do, right? Just do it and be honest. Just be honest. That's all I'm saying. We got to stop with this bullshit. I'm tired of Clutch. I'm tired of everybody that's fucking coming out, who was Michael Jordan fans and how he's the greatest player ever, and then all of a sudden, now it's Kobe, it's LeBron. I watched Shannon Sharp flip flop in one day. That motherfucker was always
Man,
that
I'm
motherfucker was
telling you,
always
bro.
Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. You know what he said? You
That's what I
remember what
said.
he
People
said?
don't be consistent. People don't
No,
be consistent, man. Like
I remember that
you
shit.
got Kareem, you got LeBron as the GOAT because of this whole longevity thing. Then why the fuck is Kareem at 4 on your list?
Yeah, kind of funny,
Like,
huh? Just let's just be consistent and be honest. That's all.
and then they'll be
So
like, because like I seen like they was talking about on that list where Kobe had 11. They was talking about like throughout the list they talking about the longevity, but you got Magic fucking 6, 7 spots ahead of Kobe. You harping on longevity, and look, I love Magic. Like in my opinion, I think it's him and Kobe as the best Lakers to ever do it.
yeah,
Easy. I don't even think you could
I'm gonna
debate
put
that. I think
I'm gonna put Jerry West. I'm gonna put
I would
Jerry
put Jerry
West at
West
number
in there for
three.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
uh,
So that's what I'm
but
saying. Like, it's just
yeah,
inconsistent, man.
it is inconsistent. So I'm done talking about it. I had to put that out there. I had to say what I needed to say because there's a lot of bitches out there, a lot of motherfuckers out there who keep saying this bullshit and they know they do not believe this shit for one bit, but because they're getting paid by certain people, certain groups, they continue to fucking push this agenda. All I have to say about that is shame on you. Shame on you for
Mm.
letting dollars dictate your truth. That's all. So I'm done with it. That's all I had to say for tonight. I'm glad we got a chance to talk about some Chiefs football. I'm glad I got a chance to get some shit off my chest as far as that goes. And I'm glad you guys got a chance to see us, right? So, again, we don't get the views that other channels get, and that's fine. We don't do it for that. So, we do it because we like to share. And if you come along and you watch us and you enjoy it, hit the like button. We are very appreciative of that. In the meantime, it's every day, same thing. We grind, we go to work, we get a chance to do this once a week, we do it, and we actually enjoy it. This is me and my son's time to talk sports and bullshit, and that's what we do. So, uh, again, if you guys enjoy what you've seen, please hit the like button, share this if you can, and again, we would like to have everybody come back, and if you have a question or comment, leave it in the comment section. Simple as that. So, I am Big Temp. That's Mr. Michael Flair. We are the Cavecast. We appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with us for a little bit. Until next time, good people, we out.